Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I want to go over like niche combos I like to put in my decks. So every deck I've ever made has like some sort of niche combo that goes somewhat infinite with the commander and kind of just wins the game. I call it niche because it's like it doesn't need to be there, but it's there if I see the lineup play. So I'm allowed to sacrifice and reanimate creatures with this commander. So my niche infinite combo is like Solemnity. Somebody says that there's no counters on anything, so when he keeps reanimating them, they don't come back with counters, so I can infinitely reanimate them. And to accommodate for the mana, I have to play Phyrexian Altar. So when I play Phyrexian Altar, I'm able to sacrifice creatures for mana and then reanimate them with Shogungar. So I have to have at least 3 creatures and at least enough creatures to get blood tokens, but it's not exactly hard to do. So yeah, it's a combo nonetheless. It does win me the game. And it's just there because it makes sense. I like to find every commander's own little infinite combo, or own little combo in general. Now, I'm going to go to my other deck. We have Prosperous Tomebound. I played this deck in like a Spell Slinger kind of format. It's pretty fun. I play Prosper here. Whenever I play a card from exile, I get a treasure token. That's like the most important part. Now, because of that, I can play things like the Virtue of Conflux, and the Virtue of Courage. Virtue of Courage says whenever a source I control deals damage to an opponent, I exile that many cards from top of my library and may play them this turn. So I'm then going to exile a bunch of cards from top of my library whenever I'm doing damage. So then I'm allowed to play the cards from exile, and then when I play the cards from exile, I'm going to get a treasure token. So if I play a Lightning Bolt, per se, from exile, Lightning Bolt's just 3 damage to any target. So if I play that from exile, and I hit somebody with it, I get 3 cards from my exile, and then I get a treasure token, which will or which will give me mana back that I paid for the lightning bolt. So if I'm constantly playing 1 mana spells that are hitting people, I'm always gonna make it back. So if I'm so essentially do support with this, I play stuff like Gutter Snipe. Gutter Snipe deals 2 damage to each opponent whenever I cast it into sorcery. So if I cast a 1 mana spell, I'm then going to exile the top 6 plus whatever damage the spell may have done. And then I get to play it, and whenever I play those spells, I get a treasure token. So if I play like a Sensitive Divining Top from exile, I get a treasure token, and then I can put it back on top of my library, then exile it again with a different spell, giving me another treasure token, going near infinite with my commander. So that's another way with this commander. I also have ways that are like Goldspan Dragon. Um, I just get extra mana off of treasures. Extra mana off of treasures. Just makes things easier. Zorn, extra treasures. The more treasures I get, the easier it is to win the game. But if I hit Sensei's Divining Top and I have my commander in the field, I kind of just won. It's really that simple. Henzi, see, this one doesn't. This one changes it so you don't exactly have to have it match your commander. Now, in this deck, I play Squeed Food Chain. Food Chain is exile a creature you control, add X mana or X's mana value. The creature +1. And then I play Squeeze. And Squeeze is just a card that you can cast from exile. Squeeze the Immortal. Cast it from your graveyard or exile. So due to this, it allows me to play Squee and then Food Chain it and then get infinite mana off the Food Chain. Which could allow me to play my commander an infinite amount of times. Which could be useful, but it really doesn't do anything. So I kind of just play this combo because it fits the archetype that my commander creates. I think it works. Plus, I just like Food Chain in general. And technically, technically I can cast Squee for its Blitz cost. So, if I get my commander to... when I play my commander, it would make Squee cost cheaper, but it's only 1 mana cheaper. So, I would technically get more mana faster off of Food Chain, but it's not like a part that matters because infinite mana is still infinite mana whether you're getting it faster or not. Then we have my other deck. I call this Attack Triggers, and I have a couple niche infinite combos that are around the same. Like, I have Combat Celebrant in here, and when he attacks, you may exert him. If you do, you untap all of the creatures you control. There's additional combat phase after this. So if I exerted him, I then have to find a way to untap him or create a new one so I can keep getting extra combats. And that's why we have Helm of the Host. So Helm of the Host on the first combat will create a copy of the Combat Celebrant. And then you could swing with both of them, creating another combat and another combat. And it just keeps going infinitely. Now, this is somewhat related to the commander because the commander causes additional attack triggers. So say you got your Combat Celebrant out, a Helm of the Host triggered on it, you swung with both of them, and you exerted both of them. You would now have 4 extra combats. So yes, it's still going to be infinite either way, but but the ability from the commander can still be helpful. Plus, the ability of the commander is what the deck is completely built around in this sense. There's a lot of attack triggers. Now, there's another one in this deck, Godo. He does the exact same thing, but he allows me to search my library for Helm of the Host when he hits the battlefield. And when he attacks, for the first time each turn, untap it and all samurais you control. So we're going to have it enter the battlefield, search the library for Helm of the Host. Helm of the Host hits the battlefield. We pay 5 to equip it. And then it's just end of the game from there, if nobody has any responses. So, what I'm going to say is that if you want to make a niche combo for your deck, see what your commander does. And study what your commander does. And once you study what your commander does, you can go look up videos online, look up deck text, look up EDA track, and you're going to find really, really random combos. And if you have a higher knowledge of cards, it is easier to find combos. It makes things a lot easier. See, I'm just going to show you one that's been sitting in my mind for a while. So I have a combo for the Post Malone card that I want to show you guys. So Kirk, Son of Yawgmoth, is for each black in a spell, you may pay 2 life rather than a spell's mana cost. And then we have any of the Maskwood Nexus effects. So, creatures you control are every type. This is the same as true for creature spells you own that are on the battlefield. And then there's a commander that allows all of your spells to grant free running, which is Ezio. Ezio gives assassin spells you cast have free running. So this basically essentially means that you can pay 2 life or 4 life for each creature you would cast from your hand after you attack with your commander. So yeah, that's basically a way to explain how to find niche combos for every commander you could ever play. Not everyone has one, but it is pretty common that you'll find one. So do your research, and as always, have fun.